Hey and welcome, I'm Nick. 7 reasons you can't seem to leave your couch. Number 1, lack of time. Number 2, lack of energy. Number 3, lack of motivation. Number 4, lack of enjoyment. Number 5, wrong mindset. Number 6, tomorrow or later. And number 7, the 2 excuses. So I'm a running coach and a personal trainer. I'm a weight loss specialist and I work with guys I want to lose some weight and get into running. While doing so, are interested in building a long-term habits and lifestyle, not quick fixes and magic pills. So with things like TV, social media and other stuff, it's so easy. It's easier than ever actually to get stuck to the couch. I know it often happens to me actually. I just want to check something on a book or on any social media, and then I easily follow that rabbit hole down into like a social media post, and it ended up being videos, and an hour is gone. And now suddenly the couch feels pretty hard to get out of. Or for example, here's another example. You're gonna just watch TV series. They are dangerous that way. You want to watch one episode and before you know it, you're down 3 episodes and 2 hours are gone, and now you're really making a big hill for yourself to get up to start to get exercise. So let's dive into what we came here for. Here are the 7 common reasons. Number 1, lack of time. This is probably one of the most common. I don't have enough time. Sure, it could be tough to carve out time for exercise. At least that's what we keep telling ourselves. But doing exercise doesn't mean you have to be hours and hours of running or spending half a day in the gym. I have an example about I have no time. I used to work 14 to 16 hours a day when I had my restaurant. So my excuse was I didn't have time and I was working a lot. But when I trained for my first trail race, 35K, I used the time I had to get fit. So I didn't have any more time, I just used my time more better. And that could be small things that I did a couple of exercises during the day. I could do leg races while I'm waiting for the mixer to do the fruit smoothie or whatever. And also, for example, if I needed to go shopping, I knew we had a place where I went shopping and it was a bit of a drive there. And I knew it was a good hill nearby. So I went there, I went for a hard workout for 30 minutes, up the hill, pushed myself, went shopping, came back, showered, and I've done my exercise and I've done for the day. And I actually only took 30 minutes because it didn't take much of my day, because it's also quite nice when you're on a tropical island to go into an aircon shop and that you have time to cool off before you go home. So this is things you can actually start to think about. And to be honest, I do not have the time. Most of the time, it's just an excuse. If you want something and you're ready to make a change, you will take the time. So one way to overcome this sort of I don't have time is schedule exercise, if you schedule, as you would do other important tasks. Set aside specific times in your calendar and treat those as non-negotiable appointments. So if you see what I mean. Also, you might be able to break up your exercises into shorter bursts of activity through the day. For example, you can take a brisk 10-minute walk during your lunch break, or go for a longer walk or a run after work. Or you take a 2-minute break and you do 20 push-ups. Try to incorporate some habits of doing exercise on a simple, easy way. Then time is not an issue. Then we have number 2, is lack of energy. Ask yourself some questions. There's a reason. So if you can answer some of these questions, for example, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating a balanced diet without nutrition to fuel yourself? Are you dealing with stress or other health issues that may be draining your energy? Or is it just an excuse? If you're not getting enough sleep, try to prioritize sleep and establish a consistent sleep routine. My advice is that avoid screens. For example, I don't have my phone in my bedroom. I'll leave it outside because I want the place to sleep. So avoid screens and caffeine close to bedtime. And try to create a relaxing bedtime ritual, which might help you to wind down. One way that a lot of people do, that I do as well, is reading probably a fiction book, and you read it for a few pages and then you sleep. That's a way to calm down while you go to bed. If you're not eating a balanced diet, try to incorporate more dense food. More fruit, more vegetables and seeds and stuff like that, like more whole food to get more energy. Also lean proteins. If you're dealing with stress or other health issues, it might be helpful. I do this now. I started this 3 months ago. It's doing meditation. Try to do some meditation to be calmer, or yoga. And remember also that exercise can actually help boost your energy levels in the long run. And here it is. If you can't give yourself a good reason why you are not having energy, that means it's just another excuse, and then you can forget about it. Okay? So now we come to number 3, lack of motivation. I hear this all the time. First, let's say like motivation to be healthy or go for a run. It's not just something you can buy. It's not going to come by and knock on your door and say, hey, I'm motivation, let's go. It doesn't work like that. Your motivation comes from action. The more you sit on the couch, the more motivated you are to, sit on the couch, of course. So motivation is what you aim for. Whatever you go for, motivation will follow. So both in healthy and unhealthy ways. Number 4, lack of enjoyment. This I see quite often as well. It's like quite a lot of people, oh, I don't want to do this, but I have to because I want to try to be healthy. And that doesn't work. So if you don't enjoy a type of exercise you're doing, it can be very hard to get it done because it's always going to feel like a chore. It's always going to feel like, oh, I have to do this, or I have to do this to lose weight, or I have to do this to whatever. It's important to find an activity that you enjoy. I love running, but I know that some people don't like running. You can give it a go, but if not, then you need to find something that you can really enjoy. So it doesn't feel like a chore, because if it feels like a chore, you're most likely not going to leave your couch. Also, I'm going to give you a bit of a trick that I do, that I work with all of my clients that works really well. It's a simple trick to teach my clients that I coach to attach happy emotions to the run. Here is what you can do. Try this the next run. It sounds silly, but it really works. So, what do? Put your shoes on, get out of the door, and then you go, yes! Like you do power motion. And then you go for your run, walk, whatever exercise you're going to do. And when you come back, you run like you just win a race. You go, yeah! You can also scream, yeah, if you want to. Your neighbors might think you are stupid. But guess what? It really works, because what you're doing, you're attaching happy emotions to running. So instead of feeling like you have to go running, you feel like you want to run it. And that's so important. And this could be used in many things. It doesn't only running. It could be for your weight training. Number 5, wrong mindset. A lot of people think they have to run to be healthy. I have to. And this is just putting the wrong signals to your brain. So instead of saying that I have to run to be healthy, I have to run to lose weight, what if you start to change the way you think, that instead of being running to be healthy, you are a healthy runner? It sounds the same, but the way we react to it is we start to work to be more of a healthy runner. And same actually comes from counting calories. I have so many people that I've been coaching and that I've been in contact with that are like, counting these calories is such a chore and it's not so accurate, it's so hard. What if you instead turn around that as well? Instead of thinking like, oh, I can't eat that because it's so much calories. I can't eat this because it's so much calories. I can't. If you turn it around and think, what can I eat which is like a nutrition dense? What is actually good for my body? So instead of saying you cannot, you change it to find something you will do. And the more nutrition packed food you eat, the better you will feel. And also, there's not so much room for all those calorie dense foods. So this is a different way that I work with a lot of clients actually doing that. They changed how they think. Number 6, tomorrow or later. This is probably one of the easiest way to stay on the couch. It is, I hear it all the time. I do it myself as well. I will start tomorrow. I will start next week. I will start next month. New Year's is a good one. I'm going to start my new life on New Year's. Hoping that something magic will happen that day. But here's the truth. It will not. It will be the opposite. As you're not playing into your couch mentality and you're playing into being that, it will just get you be more motivated to actually stay on the couch. It's better to go out, do it now, get it done and feel good about it. Instead of, I'm going to start on Monday because Monday is the first day of the week. It's not going to work. Trust me. And now we come to number 7. And that's the 2 excuses. So this works with basically all of the above. You can use the 2. The 2 is an amazing excuse. So let me explain. The 2 is the magic words that I'm too tired, I'm too busy, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too fat, I'm too lazy, I'm too unmotivated. I actually have an example with the too young. I was out hiking with a younger girl and a boyfriend. I took them out for a good hike. And she had a really good idea. And I said, you could do a business. And she said, I'm too young to start a business. I said, why? And then she couldn't answer that. But it was so easy to just throw out that I'm too. I said I could start a business, but I'm too old then. It's the same thing. I'm too fat, I'm too lazy, I'm too unmotivated, I'm working too much. As soon as you can put a 2 in front of any sentence, then it's just an excuse. And this is, if you can change that wording just to take away the 2. I was a master of the 2 excuses. Because I was working a lot, I was too tired. I was working too much. I was too busy. And that was also the reason why I turned out to be 99 kilos and feeling like crap. And I use number 6 a lot. I will start later. I will start after the high season. I will start after when I have more time. But it doesn't work. So the 2 and I will start tomorrow. They are probably the worst excuses you can have. The worst thing you can do to yourself. And those ones you have to actually start to figure out yourself. I do that. I help my clients a lot with that. I know when I was 99 kilos and unfit, I used sometimes all of them, sometimes part of them, of all these 7 excuses. And played in my mind that it was okay, but underneath, inside, I did not feel good. I didn't like the look in my mirror and I was not happy with myself. It was not until I started to face myself and my excuses I could make change. So that was my 7. Number 1, lack of time. Number 2, lack of energy. Number 3, lack of motivation. Number 4, lack of enjoyment. Number 5, wrong mindset. Number 6, tomorrow or later. And number 7, the 2 excuses.